I feel as though there is an intrinsic value to calisthenics that is unique and you can't really find in any other exercising discipline. What I'm talking about is the experience and the enjoyment factor that comes with the variety and overall the novelty of what calisthenics can endeavor for. And essentially, the way I try and like incorporate, or I guess like articulate my thoughts is, I feel like with calisthenics, every single front lever session, every single planche session I do, I'm looking forward to that session. I come in and I'm like, I can't miss this day. I need to go train this day because I have this set amount of exercises to do, these sets. I need to look at my performance in these sets and reps or my holds and whatever. And I always have this standard, or at least this expectation that I need to hold for. It's a responsibility. And today was a day where all these principles just went out the window. I was very fatigued. I was tired from my uni work. I came back and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna go gym. I'm gonna eat a quick snack, go gym. But after I ate a bit of food, I was tired. I was mentally fatigued, drained, and if I came into that session, regardless of whether I did a workout or regardless of whether I did like a warm up and did everything right, it was just not going to be a good time. And so I decided to take a quick nap, like a 20-minute nap. I woke up and I was even more drowsy. I was lying in bed and I was contemplating, and I was almost thinking, maybe I should just do this session tomorrow. Maybe I should just skip this session. I'm just tired. It was the mind games. It was my mind that was inhibiting my physical capabilities. And that's something that I dread to experience, because I fear that once I fall into that trap of saying, I can do this the next day, this will become a normality in my experience, and I'll use that as a reference to say, or I guess just perpetuate the cycle of just being like, I can do this the next day. I can skip this training session. And it completely contradicts with the discipline that's demanded of just fitness in general. And I guess like when we look at bodybuilders, I feel like there's a lot you can take and a lot of the values that they incorporate, whether they're articulate or not, or whatever they say, or like regardless of what roids they do or whatever. But there is a strong discipline in the average person that trains with a schedule, because they come in and they know what to do. And I guess this philosophy is that there's so much more to just an enjoyment factor with fitness. Overall, you do want to enjoy it, but once you establish like the planche and a set skill, the progress in the journey becomes becomes a commitment. It becomes a lifestyle. And like, to be honest, like I don't really want to go too conceptually and like philosophical, because this really isn't my field of it's not really the field of what I really try and pursue, or at least I feel as though I'm not adequate enough to explore this factor. But I feel like it's enjoyable to talk about this. I also talked with my friend about just general fitness motivations. I asked him like, what motivates you, what fuels you to do your squat sets? Like, why do you go into your squat set? Like, what's driving you to commit to those like 5 sets of 8? And for me personally, I just go in there and I'm just like, just stop complaining, stop whinging, just get in there, do the squat, just do it. That's my mindset. But I've never really thought deeply about it. It's almost as if I've solely relied on like this external factor that just pushes me. But what he said was, I thought it was a very beautiful thing to say. He said he pursued, or at least his perspective on the sets was, it is my responsibility to do these sets. It is my duty to do these squats and to do this to train. essentially. And at the time I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's a nice thought. But after this session, when I was thinking, damn, I'm so tired, I don't want to train. But like while I was in bed, and I was like, oh, I do not want to train. I'm too fatigued. I can do it tomorrow. Like something just like clicked in my head, and it was like, damn, this is a commitment, and it's my responsibility to do this planche training session. Like when I put into words, it sounds a bit cheesy, but it really is. And I was like, oh, what a beautiful thing to say about training. Whether this is an original idea or original perception, or maybe it's more of like a fundamental idea to what fitness can be, regardless of what it is, I deeply respect that mindset. And it's something that I'm slowly trying to adapt, to perceive fitness as a commitment and not as merely something that you just do for fun or as a goal-orientated thing. Your experiences only really manifest from your progression. Sorry, not your progression, but just what in the moment what you are doing. It doesn't matter what you achieve. You can only really truly appreciate things once you're in the moment. And aside from that, it was just really interesting to see how there was so much conflict with what I was doing and how I actually implemented it with the theoretical ideas. Now I'm going away from that stuff and actually talking about what my training session was like today. Unsurprisingly, my straddle planche holds were not the best, right? There was there was a noticeable decrease in duration and hold. I was tired, and it's been a week since I've last done my planche session. The past week, I've been focusing on exams, and I've only been going into the gym to do 2 to 3 full body workouts, and they'll only last 30 to 40 minutes. I think it helped in maintaining the conditioning and the endurance of the fitness of my body. But aside from that, there's a strong stimulus factor with planche that you will lose if you do not keep in touch consistently, and that is something I did, and I did lose some progress, but I'm not too worried because it's a long game thing, and I know for sure, just from my experience, I know that once I get back into it, stick to my program, I'm going to see a lot more progression soon. So yeah, that's basically it, and I'll finish it off here.